Welcome back. Is there anyone, by the way? Check if there is anyone. Then okay, I can see that there are about 15 people. That's cool. I came because I have seen. I was watching some people's live streaming, and to be honest, it's disaster. Uh, they're taking buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. After watching this, I was just thinking what I will do, what I do every day, what I do in my life. I should go for those type of buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, and blah 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 blah. Not interested to push any button, but just came to watch the market with you guys. Okay, so actually that is my intention to come over here just to watch the market with you guys. That's all. Hey, Leonardo, I like this sell setup now. Are you really would love to take a sell around this area? Do you really want to take that sell? Ask yourself. What gives you the permission to take the sell over there? What is there that is telling you to go for the sell? Hey Calvo, how are you, brother? Long time no see. Hey Naj. I was in live around the morning session. I just came here because I was watching some others live, mm, and they just blow my mind because the way they are looking for buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. I was thinking what they're doing actually. That's why I just came here. 15-minute bear fell gap. Okay, where is that? Okay, you are using this 15-minute bear fell gap to take yourself. Okay, is it good, brother? If you think that's good, go for that. If I were you, I wouldn't go for that, sir. If I were you, I wouldn't go for that, sir. But of course, you can go because if it fall and you miss the trade because I was not I was saying please go don't go for the sale, then you say, brother, I missed that trade because of you. I don't want to take that blame. So of course you can try that, sir. But if I were you, I wouldn't go for that, sir. At least not now. So far, this market fall, right? It has fallen until here. If I come here around this 15-minute chart, you can see this is the relatively equal lows from 15-minute chart here, this low and that low. Now, Miguel, if you would love to take that sell, don't worry about anything else. Don't give me a shit. Just go for that sell. No need to worry about anything else, nothing else. Just go for that sell. Okay. And then if your stop loss is not too big, I think you are safe. Okay. But let me go with my speed. This is that relatively equal lows I told around the morning session. Even though I don't have any bias, I would love to see this market will fall for this sell side liquidity. Okay, so if you are with me around the morning session, you knew it that even though I don't have the bias, but I wanted to see this market will fall, and more importantly, it will fall until this sell side liquidity. So this market fall, and came very near to this relatively equal lows, made the strongest liquidity over there, reacted from that low. Okay, 600 stop loss, partial taken on your last fair value gap, bro. Okay, that's cool, man. Go for that. Let's see. We are waiting for your boom. Don't give a shit to anyone, okay? If you think that is going to fall, take that sell. Just go for that sell. It came to this new week opening gap low. More importantly, I would love to draw your attention to this fair value gap, which is here. Now you can see this market fall, closed below this, then it went higher and closed above this gap again. This is the last gap just above this liquidity. So this is that last gap above the liquidity. Until it's not broken, it seems like a clear fake breakout. Okay, so this market is holding here. This one is holding the market. This fair value gap is holding the market. I'm not going to keep this gap, but please make sure that this gap is marked on your chart. If you're purely interested to learn the price action, then join here. Otherwise, just do your own trading, okay, brother? At the same time, it has reacted from this new weak opening gap low. Okay, it came here, reacted. Now, is this sell side liquidity is important or this low is important? Of course, the new week opening gap low is much more important rather than this liquidity. It can stop the market, send it higher again for the all-time high. It has that power. That new week opening gap low, it has that power. I was thinking that the next time it is going to take that sell side liquidity. Unfortunately, it didn't do that. Instead, it went higher, trade the new week opening gap high. Okay, just let me remove them. I will mark them later. Trade the new week opening gap high. So this is range bound. It is ranging in between new week opening gap high and new week opening gap low. It's just ranging in between these two lines from 15-minute chart. Now, as you can see that this market came here, reacted from the new week opening gap low, went higher. This is that new week opening gap high, fall again, trade this fair value gap from 1 minute chart. This is that fair value gap from 1 minute chart here. Trade that 1 minute last fair value gap, went higher. What did it do over there? This whole area, it has created relatively equal highs. Exactly over there, it has created relatively equal highs, cleared that relatively equal highs, traded that new week opening gap high by that week, fall, closed below this first presented gap from Monday. There was my opportunity to take the sell from this gap. Unfortunately, the market didn't give me the entry opportunity over here. Now, how long this can fall? Some of you can observe this fair value gap, but to be honest, this gap doesn't have any value to me. For me, the lowest down close body close candle is more important than anything else over here, which is my order block. I'm going to mark this as an order block to the top of this candle. So just let me mark it over there. Okay? Here. This market has traded this order block one time, two time, then went higher. Now, right now, it is trading this first presented gap, trade this 50%, come back again, trade the propulsion block over here. Not going to mark the propulsion block. You can see it has traded the propulsion block as well as it has reclaimed the order block, went higher, cleared those relatively equal highs or whatever you say, whatever trend line liquidity, whatever it is. It has cleared that liquidity. At the same time, traded the last fair value gap from 1 minute chart. Let me mark that last fair value gap over here. This is that last fair value gap from 1 minute chart to that specific leg here. Not coming here. Okay, what it has done, I have already showed this to you through my Discord. Trade that last fair value gap. Now, can I look for sell here? Now, well, Miguel told me that this is the shorting area. I told that if I were you, I wouldn't go for that short just because of the time. Right now, the market is in the last macro. What is last macro do? Most of the time, last macro send the market opposite way. Okay, for example, I am expecting this market will fall here for this trend line liquidity as well as for this sell side liquidity. But as it is around the last macro, I would love to see it will go higher first. Okay, while it will go higher first, cleared some swing high, any kind of swing high, while it entered into the last macro, 250. This is that 250 candle. While it entered to the macro, I would love to see it will take some high first. Then if it create a sell setup, I'll go for that sell. If that 250 candle could take that high, for example, just that high, and then there was a selling opportunity, I would love to go for that sell. As you can see, whenever it will take some highs, then I will frame kind of selling setup. Until then, I'm just not interested to push the sell button, even though it seems like a very good sell over here. I don't want to take a sell over there. From 15-minute chart, you can see there is new week opening gap consequent encroachment. That dot line is the new week opening gap consequent encroachment. Brother, it has been violated. Not even a single time it has reacted over there. It has been violated a lot of time. So why it is important? I have told this lot of time through my live, and over there I told that if you ever see it is violated, don't think that it is not going to be respected. it can be respected anytime, anywhere. So if I would love to frame a trade around here or anywhere, I will always try to take a partial around this 50% of this new week opening gap, because it has the power to stop the market, send it higher again. To trade some specific area, it has that power. When it is going to be respected, when it is not going to be respected, I have no idea. But every single time I will expect this constant encroachment is going to be respected. This gap is situated around that constant encroachment, exactly, not exact area, but very near to this constant encroachment. So this gap is important to me. I have a strong feelings it will stop the market and send the market higher. I have a strong feelings like that. Again, if you are already in a short, just don't focus, don't add this information with your entries. Okay, just don't add it. Instead, hold your trade the way you should trade. Just do that in your way. In the meantime, just focus on the information I'm trying to provide you. If it is broken, can I take a sell over here? Of course not. As I told, the last macro should take some kind of high if it really would love to fall. If it doesn't do that, I'm not interested to trade around those areas. So I will wait. If I miss this trade and if it keep falling, I don't care. But for me, it has to do those type of liquidity taken first. Whether it has taken that liquidity around here. Yeah, of course it has done it over there, but it is before 250. Okay, so 250 macro, it is before that. I'm not interested to use this liquidity taking things over here. I need that liquidity taking after or around 250. So in between 250 to 310, if any kind of swing high is taken, yeah, then I will go for the sell. Otherwise, I'm not interested to take the sell button over there. Whatever I told you here was some other 250 to 310 macro. Okay, so you'll understand that what I'm saying. Okay, here I guess. Yeah. So you can see here around this area, this is that 250. Okay, market fall, then take the high. See, this high has been taken in between the area, macro area. It has to take some liquidity, then it will fall. This is my idea to trade around the last macro. First market will go, and if it would love to fall, then it will take some liquidity first, any kind of swing high, it will take that, and then it will fall. You can check some previous days as well to understand this fact. Okay, I'm not going over there, I would love to stay over here. Okay, so far it has fallen until here. Let's see. Roy Sharma in short since 23493. 23493. Okay, so you are in short from here, I guess. You took the sell from there. Okay, brother, that's cool, man. Congratulations. I will try a short if I see that market has taken some liquidity first. Then I will try some short. I mean, I'm not going to trade, to be honest, because my trading is done for today. I will just frame the trade. Okay, first I need to see some kind of run toward any kind of swing high, then I will try to frame the sell. But if you can manage that sell from here, from that gap, just for the sake of this conversation, I guess it's a good run near about 20 handle, almost 20 handle. So at least you got the opportunity to take the partial. Of course, of course, man. I had a plan to buy 10 account, but I have bought just 4 account. Just 4 account. I don't know why, but I thought that I'll buy 10 account. Eventually, I ended up with 4 account. But my first priority is take profit trader, because that is the only prop firm right now for me that is going to give me some payout. This plane withdraw is to India. Plane should work over there. Plane should work over there, brother. Oh. By the way, who else is in short except Roy Sharma? Is there anyone else who is in short right now? Yeah, take profit trader is my next go-to. Yeah, man, that is my first priority though. Okay, Blaine, how are you, man? How are you, man? Can you get self-fund in your country? No, I can't. Only US and Canadian citizen they are able to do that. Except them, no one is able to trade through their own fund like AMP or some other fund. No, they're not able to trade Nasdaq, E-mini, S&P or future market. No, it's not possible. I close my short on the order block. Okay. Are you still profitable? Runners in short. Gangjong, let's see, brother. Let's go for that boom. DB, no, I had idea from 1 minute last Fabrica, but didn't take it. Okay, not bad. The information I have given you, please try to write it down, okay? It will help you a lot if you are trading around the PM session and around the last hour, okay? Last hour. Always remember, this market will first go higher. If you think this market is going to fall, if you think like that way, then it will first go higher. It will take some buy side liquidity. It doesn't need to be relatively equal highs. It can be a single high and then it will fall. So until that manipulation, try to avoid the selling. Try to avoid selling, okay? I went long at 3 p.m. Okay, I guess this is the 3 p.m. candle. So you took the long here. Oh man, you have the courage. I wouldn't go for that long. I don't know where is your target. Can you please share where is your target? That's not fair. Self fund is great. But only the US and Canadian people will be able to do that. Matthew, you are not from US or Canada, right? I'm at 2 hour and out. Congratulations, brother. I don't like to let it run. I'm bad managing mental capital. No worries. Oh, Matthew, you will be able to do that then through your AMP. AMP is one of the best, I think, personal fund for personal funding. AMP one of the best broker. Are all your prop firms codes T2T or just Apex? Just Apex is T2T. All other prop firm is T2 Wizard. Everything else is T2 Wizard. Just the Apex is T2T. 490 is my target. Let's see. Okay, I think that is the 490. But brother, you have a courage. I wouldn't go for the sell if I were you. Sorry, I wouldn't go for the buy. But let's see if it can hit your target, okay? As there is a high here, I would love to believe that it will take that high first. And now then it will come here or not, I don't know. Let's see. You're most welcome to Glenn. Glenn, where were you, man? I didn't see you for last 1 week. I didn't see you. You were lost, man. I don't like to take buy here, but I would love to see the market will go higher. Okay, it's something like that. It will go higher first, then it will give me the selling setup. That is my like idea. I'd love to mark a line here so that you can understand the constant crossment, which is extremely important. 84, right? So 84. Okay. This is the constant crossment of that new week opening gap. The bold line. Okay. Studying. You mean the university study or like the trading study? What do you mean by that? Biblical. I hope that brother your target will be heated. But for me, this high is most obvious even before falling. It can maximum go to take that high, but I hope that it will hit your target. Okay, let's see, brother. Same time on the chat. Okay, okay, okay. If you can invent something new, don't forget to share it with me. It's a request. If any of you can invent something very new or like something that is logical and some kind of observation, please share it with me. I love to learn new things. I always look for the chart for new things. This is that consonant crossment from the new week opening gap that is respecting over here. Okay? But I'm not really interested to see any kind of fall until this line is not taken. No fall is valid to me until this high is not taken. After taking this high, it will take that high or not, I don't know. But this high should be taken in my opinion, even if it would love to fall. Otherwise, I will miss all the selling opportunity. Can you make 47 likes? Because 47 people are watching. By the way, guys, I need an idea from you guys as I can see that there is 47 people. If I open the webcam, is my channel is going to grow bit? Like, what do you think? Is there any effect of opening the webcam? Just need your idea. What do you think about that? Like when people watch someone, if they can see the man who is actually talking about the price, then they feel more confident. Or if they don't see that man, then they feel less comfortable, something like that, confident, something. Hey Gangjong, you don't like me? Okay. Hey Bragan, it's gonna go up. Let's see. Yeah, Shetty. Yeah, Shetty. Okay. That high is my first opportunity. Okay. I mean, to see. Okay, it has created the equal highs. So I believe that high is going to be taken. I don't know, as I told, who took that buy. Let me see. I think who was that guy who took that buy? Biblical. Okay, biblical. I have no idea it will go over there or not, but I am more confident to see it is going to be taken this high. Okay, now there is an more probability here because it has created equal highs. I don't like that equal highs. Never ever. I don't like those type of equal highs. Just to see the dogs barking in the back. Okay, it's gonna go up. Okay, thank you, Shetty. People prefer webcam. I think it will go up. Thank you, Kaiser. Thank you for that, for your observation, brother, for your compliment, for your opinion. Sorry, not compliment, not observation. It should be the opinion. Just to see the dogs barking in the back. Okay. Hey, Vin, thank you for your opinion, brother. I don't like this. I never like this. I never believe the fall if I ever see this type of clean highs. Never ever believe the fall. Even if it fall here, I don't care. I will keep looking for the buy until this equal highs or clean highs. I mean, in likes and subs, it's gonna go up if you show your face. Oh, okay. Now it's clear. Thank you, Shetty. I thought that you were talking about the price action. Yeah, I think that would definitely make a big difference. People are more comfortable and tend to trust more when you can put a face to the voice. Okay, thank you, Zinsi, for your valuable opinion, brother. People are learning from people, even if we know that you are a real human being. There still be more connections, I think. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you so much. ICT ex স্টুডেন্ট স্যার একটি কোশ্চেন ছিল, প্লিজ রিপ্লাই দিবেন. If you can ask the question in English, that will be easier for me to reply you, brother. Just because most of the people here don't understand Bengali, so if you use the English language, that would be better for me. Hello, master. May I know why do you target that high? No, that is not my entry. That is not my entry. This is the entry from biblical. I don't know where is his stop loss, so I randomly put it over there. I really don't know where is his stop loss. My bias is not bullish. I'm not looking for buy. I'm more interested to think about the sell. Okay, I just needed to take some kind of swing high to be taken first before going for the sell. So it's not my entry. It's not my idea to go for the buy. I would never go for the buy. Do you understand, Naj? Salute Chitu, how are you doing? How everyone around you are in Bangladesh? I'm so cool, Hafiz. Thanks for that, man. Thanks for asking about us. I just came to talk about this price action. By the way, this is not my entry, okay? So someone, if you just join here, don't think that I'm framing the buy. This is the entry from some of my friend. One of my friend actually, he tried to take the buy, but not. I'm not interested to take any kind of buy. Okay, what is the full name? Why is that important, brother? So opening range gap or fib standard deviation একটু বুঝাই দিবেন please. Opening range gap is something like this. Opening range gap is something like that. I'm not interested to take any kind of sell as it left that clean highs over there. Every day around 9:30, okay? If you go to this regular trading hour, you will see there is a gap. Previous day close and new day open. There is a gap. This is called the opening range gap. Every day around 9:30. Fib retracement, you have to watch the video or live I have done last week, Sunday. If you watch that live, you'll understand what is fib retracement. By the way, I would love to use this order block to think about a buy now. Okay, I'm not interested to take sell. Either I should let this go. Now here, either I should let this go or I should take the buy, no sell from this order block. I'm not asking any of you to take any entry. I'm not trading here. I'm just here to explain the price action. That's all. Stop loss will be there. And this will be the target. Just like a fun 1:1. I'm not interested to take any kind of sell as it left that relatively equal highs or exact highs. Market never leave this type of clean highs. So here, if I would love to trade, I would love to go for buy. I'm not interested to take any kind of sell. Only buy is valid to me. Either I have to let this go because my bias is bearish, so I would love to I prefer to take a sell after this is taken. Either I have to let this go, or if I would love to trade, I have to do a small scalp over here from this order block to until this liquidity. Done for the day. Congratulations, Rai Sharma, for your big boom. Biblical win. Oh, okay. That's cool, man. If you can close your trade around the profit area, then yeah, it's a win. But if I were you, like, see what I did here, nothing at all. Then finally, if I would love to trade, I would love to go for that trade. Now, it's maybe 7 handle, maybe like 20 handle, maybe like 30 handle. I don't care. All I care, this should be taken. So even if I put it a bit higher, it is also valid. Now, I'm showing this to you. It doesn't mean that I would love to go for the buy. As I told, if I need to go for the trade, I would go for the buy here as it left clean highs. I would never go for the sell as the market made or left that clean highs over there. As my bias is bearish, I prefer to market go higher first, then I would love to frame any kind of sell from there. That is my idea. So this buy, either I will let this go, but if I am overzealous, maybe I'll take this buy just for a small scalp, something like that. Okay, thank you so much. You're most welcome. So, what time-based liquidity? Please answer me. What do you mean by that? What is time-based liquidity? I don't know what is time-based liquidity, brother. I mean, what is time-based liquidity? I don't know. This is the first time I heard about the time-based liquidity. Got 40 handles. That's awesome, brother. 40 handles is awesome. I know that some of you are thinking that, okay, brother has framed a trade. Let him be stopped out. Man, this is very small scalp. Okay, this line is the 50% of the new week opening gap. Okay, this is the 50%. If one candle can close above this line, this is going to be hit. If one candle, single one candle can close one tick above this line, this is going to be taken. If it doesn't do that, then it can fall one more time before going higher, fall on one more time before going higher. Time and price means first you have to give the priority to time. As you can see here, I'm not interested to take the sell because of the time. The time was telling me to wait for the setup. So I give the priority to time first, then the price is important. Here everything was perfect to frame a sell setup over there. Even those people who take the sell, maybe they got some profit over here, 20 handle, something like that, they got that profit. Okay, but still time is more important than the price to me. So if the time is not right, I'm not interested to go for any kind of trade over there, even if the price is so beautiful. I don't care about that. So like, for the example, around the lunch hour, if the lunch hour is so beautiful, okay, there is some kind of price action so beautiful, I don't care about that, because I'm not interested to take that entry around the lunch hour. Time is more important to me. Here I have just covered this rejection block over here, just that rejection block. But to be honest, this whole candle is the water block. As I put my stop loss first here, which is 7 handle, I didn't want to put it over here. While I have seen that it has been reacting from here, so I didn't want to put it over there. Instead I put it exactly covered that rejection block. Just wanted to cover that rejection block. For the first time I put it here because I was aware of this 50% of this candle. That means this market can fall until this 50% of this week before going higher. When I have seen this reaction is working here by the constant crossment, a perfect reaction, I trailed my stop loss here. So if I do that, what is the importance of this trailing stop loss? For example, I got stopped out here. Okay, so it will close above this order block again. I would love to take re-entry over here again. Is it good or is it bad? Now for me, is it good? Why? Because I know that I have taken a loss here. So in the meantime, I I didn't know that it is going to break that low or not, because this is reacting from there. I didn't know that it is going to break that low or not. If it trade that low, I will get some losses here, right? That is my stop loss. I would love to, I would get that 700 loss. I don't want to take that 700 loss. I would love to cover it here. We'll take that small loss. Then we'll take re-entry while it will close above this order block. We'll take re-entry and go for that buy side liquidity. By the way, I'm not taking any trade over here. Just nothing over here. So let it put it back to the right place. One is to one. Let's go for that. Don't trail the stop loss, don't do anything, let it go. Either it will hit the stop loss or it will hit the target or something like that. How far this market can fall? How far? Until one tick below that candle. This whole candle is the order block, so this market could fall until one tick below that candle. But more importantly, I was interested to see this candle's 50% is not going to be broken. That is why for the first time my stop loss was below that 50% of that week. So keep it like that way to see how it is going to. Remember, until this is not taken, this market can't fall. That is my belief. Here you can see, like, just a second. Let him close. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. And okay, it didn't actually close. So what is the algorithm? Price action delivery? What is algorithm, brother? Yeah, we get profit, but the reaction is not the best and the move take a little longer. Yeah, absolutely, brother. I'm not interested to frame any kind of sell over here until this is not taken, that clean highs are not taken. So I will not frame any sell over here. Nothing, no sell is valid to me. Even though my bias is bearish, I'm not interested to frame any sell over here. If it was taken, I would go for the sell from this gap. As this is not taken, I can't take the sell from any kind of bearish gap because I believe this market will first clear this. And then if it would love to fall, it can fall. So for example, it didn't take that buy side liquidity. Instead, it is falling and cleared that sell side liquidity. I will just miss all the sell over here. All the sell, I'll miss them because it is not taken here. That is why. Michael Jr. What do you mean by Michael Jr., brother? Those people who joined me later, let me tell you one more thing again. I'm not looking for buy here. My bias is not bullish. I'm only interested to look for sell, just for sell. As there is no selling opportunity yet, either I will not trade here or I will let the market go higher first before taking a sell. If it doesn't go higher, I will not take any kind of sell. It will keep falling. I will let him fall. Everything has been broken, by the way. No trade is valid to me. Why? Because the market didn't clear the clean highs. This is that clean highs. Respected the constant crossment tick by tick, and after respecting here, boom, market fall. That is why this constant crossment is too much important for me, that 50%. Don't you think there can be an SMT1 that equal highs? If that was the equal highs, I would look for the SMT, smart money divergent. If you see here, okay, this one. I don't know you are able to see my cursor or not. This is the high, okay? I'm going to put a candle here, my cursor over there. You can see that high is 86.00. This candle high is 86.00. This is called clean highs, tick by tick. If I see this type of clean highs, I better go for buy. Clean highs can't make the divergent. Clean highs should be taken. Even though I told that I'm not interested to take any kind of buy, but here is an buying opportunity market is going to create. So if the body can close above this gap, I prefer that buy instead of taking sell. Stop loss has to be there. It's very smaller, so make it here 600. Target is this buy side liquidity, but it has to close above this gap. So yeah, in my opinion, this buy is valid. The first one I was not confident, as I told. I am not interested to go for that buy, but this one I'm more interested. If the body closed above this gap, if it doesn't close, this buy is not valid. Clean highs can't be left open. That is the problem. If I ever see the clean highs, I don't look for a smart money divergent. I don't look for anything. All I care about that smart money, that clean highs has to be taken. By the way, it didn't close above this, so this buy is also not valid. It will keep falling. Take that sell side liquidity. That means even though my bias was bearish, but I missed all the sell just because of this clean highs. I always try to track those type of clean highs. I always do that. Unfortunately, I think I'm going to miss the fall because I'm only interested to frame the buy right now just because of this clean highs. No fall is valid to me until that clean high is not taken. Even though my bias is bearish, even though I want to see this market will fall for this sell side liquidity, but I can't frame the sell. Mm-hmm. 15-minute order block, holding for now. This one, this you are asking about this one. I really don't think this is the order block because it's a very small candle, small body, long wick. This type of candle, I really don't look for them as my order block. Over here, I'm more interested to see this gap will hold the market and send it higher. That is my more interest to see. So I would love to see this body will close inside that gap. This is kind of unfortunate because it could simply take that high and then it could give me that sell from there. It didn't do that. I missed that sell. As I told, even though my bias was bearish, I'm not able to take any kind of sell as it left that clean highs over there. Let's see. It has created a perfect inversion fair value gap. Now, if it can use this inverse gap to take that buy side. How was your day? This was my day. I'm not able to post 5 photo actually. Another one account is 170. That account I had some losses, so I just mitigate my loss by $170. That was my day. So what if there is no buy side liquidity in 1 minute? Can we sell it up? If it was just taken by one tick, just by one tick, I promise you, brother, I would go for the sell from this gap. I don't care about anything else. That would be my sell from this gap. I would look for the partial here around 20 handle, wherever the 20 handle is. I would look for the partial over there. This is very unfortunate. Okay, my stop loss would be one tick of that candle, which has made this fair value gap. Would go for 20 handle partial, maybe there, and then would hold the trade until this sell side liquidity over here, which is I'm thinking that market will take. This will be taken. Just because it made the clean highs, I can't go for the sell as it left that clean highs. I never believe this. Yes, sometimes one time out of 10,000 times, maybe it will leave this for very later use. But I don't believe them. Thank you, Ahbab Trades. As I told, my bias was bearish. I'm not able to take the sell just because of this liquidity. Even though I'm not interested to push the button, but at least I would frame some setup. This will be taken, but I won't be able to enter over here. Okay, if it can close above this candle, I would love to frame another buy from this candle, which is going to be my order block. But one candle has to close above this down close candle. Just one candle has to be closed above this candle. If it doesn't do that, no buy is valid. For example, this candle will close one tick above this candle. I would love to go for the buy from that order block. Something like that. But remember, this candle has to close above this candle. The next candle, no, I don't care. I'm not interested to take that buy. Let's see if it can make the order block valid. Two, one. Okay, unfortunately, I didn't get the opportunity to take the buy from this order block. The next candle, if it closed, it's now 50-50. For example, the next candle closed above this order block. It's now 50-50 because this is the order block I'm trying to use by using fair value gap. This fair value gap has been used already over here. Just the body didn't close below this, so I can keep using this last fair value gap from 1 minute chart. But as you can see, it has been already used here, and that order block has been traded over here. This is the real order block has been traded here. All I can see that this market has traded the 50% of this order block. Let me show you this here. I think it's consecutive order block, by the way. So tapped to the 50% of this order block, mean threshold of this order block. I wanted to use this one as a new order block by using the same old fair value gap, but one candle didn't close. Not interested to take that entry from this order block. Why you are forcing the market to take the buy? Because I can't take the sell as this is left over here. Until it is left open over there, I can't take the sell. Kriti Mishra gold. Kriti Mishra gold. Kriti Mishra gold. Miguel Jr. Hey Junior, how are you, brother? Sir Gold Batao. Thanks for the light, Chitu. Very knowledgeable. One price and time. Of course, man. Here, it missed it that high just for one tick, okay? It has clearly made that clean highs. Trust me, most of the time, it cleared the high, then it fall. Unfortunately, it made the exact high and didn't let me in any kind of selling over there. That is just an unfortunate. More importantly, this 50% of that new week opening gap was my real enemy over here. Kriti Mishra, if you can make 10,850 subscriber, I will go for gold. For the first time, I'm happy that I did not took high. I was short, took profit small. For the first time, I'm happy that it did not took high. I was short, took profit. Come on, man. I should blame you then, because that one tick totally different, changed my whole trading. Whole plan has been changed just for that one tick, and that one tick just gave you the profit. Short entry at 1445, target is relatively equal lows below new week opening gap in Slayer. Let's go for that, brother. I hope that you'll get your profit, brother. Oh, DV, you have just ruined my PM session, brother. Ah. That's just ruined it, man. I just shot on Citos blew below hourly fair value gap and aimed for 10 points. That is awesome, brother. That is awesome. As I told, if it wouldn't meet this buy side liquidity clean highs, I would go for the sell from there. As it did it, I didn't take it. Did I miss anything? No, I didn't miss anything. I am not interested to miss anything over here. Nothing. I just let this go. What was my bias? What did I say? Just bearish. But this didn't let me in to this trade. This is the sell side liquidity I showed you to the morning session. I told that Even though I don't have any bias, but I would love to see this market is going to clear this sell side liquidity. Now, my question is, do I need to watch anyone else video to find out my bias, daily bias, or where the market will go? Do I need to watch anyone else video? Because yesterday, one of my brother actually was telling me I should watch someone else video to look for the bias, to understand the bias. How do you manage and deal with FOMO? I don't have any FOMO. I never miss the opportunity. Okay, that is the sell side liquidity I showed you around the morning session. I told that this is, I don't care if it keep going higher, I have nothing to do. But I would love to say it is going to fall. Why? Because all of you knew this -2 standard deviation. It trade that -2 standard deviation, it should fall. It should fall. Cool, baby. Cool. I missed it. I'm so sorry for that. But because it was like so obvious to me, I didn't frame any cell. It's okay. And he said it will go high. I was so tensed. No, I told that this high is going to be taken. This high is going to be taken. I don't know it will go for that area where that one of my brother he was targeting here. So I told that I don't know it will go here or not, but this high is going to be taken. That's all I told. So even if it could take one tick, that was my short here. Would take a 20 handle partial, hold my trade until this sell side liquidity. Come on. Hey Jamie. Hey brother, I just logged in after morning session to check the chart. It looked like our target from morning session into new week opening gap, new day opening gap, and Monday's first payment have been made. Happy to see it. So Zivan, I need to ask you a question. Do I need to watch anyone's live or anyone's video to understand the bias? Because yesterday, one of my brother, not yesterday, the day before yesterday, someone was telling me that I should watch others' video. I think yesterday. I prayed for market fall. But brother, I told that this is a bearish market. It was a bearish market. It was very bearish market. But it should be taken, okay? In my opinion, that should be taken. They should be watching you. Brother, I remember that conversation from yesterday. Oh, okay, it was from yesterday. Thank you, Shivan. Now, how far it can fall? Let me check if I have anything here. No, I don't have anything here actually. Nothing here. So I have no idea how far it will fall. Oh, sorry, I have the target. I was forgotten. I forgot that. I have the target. My mistake. My mistake. 20%. This is my mistake, right? You knew it. 30%. I'm the one who has taught you about this -20% and 30% from the weekly chart, and when it is going to be traded. I'm the one all over the world who has taught about this, who has talked about this very specifically. Yes, been absolutely, brother. -20%, -30%. Either Monday or Tuesday. It should be traded either any of this line. Okay, any of this line has to be traded. So right now market is here 21 and 3. That means 18 more handle. It has to fall 18 more handle. This is the TGIF line. I talked about this line today's morning as well, but I forgot that. A new sell from here. Please don't push the bottom. Please don't push the button, okay? Just for fun. It has already cleared the sell side liquidity, so let's see. This buy side liquidity has ruined me today. Absolutely, it has ruined me. Exactly, it has ruined me. My whole selling plan has gone just because of this buy side liquidity from 1 minute chart. It has gone from there. Come on, baby, one night, Friday night, one new night. Hit the dance floor, I want you, baby. This entry is not for anyone, just for fun. Please don't push the button over here. The sell side liquidity has been taken. If there was a fair value gap around this sell side liquidity, this entry would be the best entry for me ever, forever. But as there is no fair value gap, please don't push the button. If you'd love to push the button, that should be your own risk. I am not interested to take the responsibility because I don't have the time to mitigate the loss. Okay, so please don't do that or don't push the button. What I did over here, I just covered that open. See this gap open? I just covered that open here by my stop loss. You can see here, because to that specific leg, as it is coming from here, it should work with the discount gap. This is that discount gap. This is the premium gap. It should not trade this gap. Even if it would love to trade that gap, it should just tap to the low of this gap before falling. That was the idea, to put the stop loss over there. But please don't push the button. Okay, it has cleared the sell side liquidity. TGIF is just an idea, but sell side liquidity is the direction which has been taken over here. Is this chasing price? For example, if I would go for that trade, for example, just for the sake of this conversation, maybe I pushed the button over here. Is this called chasing price? No, it's not chasing price. The reason is, while the sell side liquidity has been taken over here, this market is below this new week opening gap over here. You can see this is that new week opening gap low. This is a random level to me. Okay, so it should not respect that random level. It should not go higher from this random level. It has to reach at least until to this new day opening gap. Now, if it would love to come to this new day opening gap, it simply trade that TGIF line, right? That TGIF line will be traded over here. So that is why, even just for the sake of this conversation, if I pushed the button over here from this gap, maybe it's not kind of chasing price. There has to have some kind of logic over here to take that sell. I love premium and discount more than anything else. Isn't it so tight here? Like, do you feel like to put the stop loss over here? Anyone, for example, maybe you pushed the button. Do you feel good to push the stop loss over there? Put the stop loss over here. I love to put the stop loss in a very logical level where this market should not go, right there. Otherwise, I could say that, brother, I'm going to put the stop loss above this candle maybe, or above this 50% of this. No, I don't want to do that. If it come here, that means it will trade this gap. It will go for that buy side liquidity maybe. So I don't need to take that risk. So I will put the stop loss in the best way, or the tightest area. This is the tightest area where the market should not go. The tightest area. Not feeling bad, because I prefer to put the stop loss in the most logical level. If it doesn't work, I'll get stopped out. But I don't want to take a huge loss like here, something like that. Brother, I'm going to cover this, all of this I'm going to cover. Okay. And then this is going to be my target. I'll take some partial over here and then hold it until here. No, I'm not interested to do that. It doesn't work here. I will wait for the next opportunity. If it can fall, and take that. But remember, TGIF is just an idea, but sell side liquidity was over there. While this sell side is taken, that means your trade should be done. That is why I told this is just for fun. Please don't push the button. If you would love to push the button, the last candle to push the button is 345. 349, for example, where is 345? 345. Okay, this is the 345 candle. For the sake of this conversation, maybe you pushed the button here. Okay, and your target is this buy side liquidity over here, which is going can be taken. Okay, for example, here that is your target. 349 candle. Whenever you see the 349 candle on your chart, you have to put your stop loss to the break even exactly around 349. Why? Because 350 candle can be wild, but 345 is the last candle where you can push the button. For example, you didn't take the entry, so you are thinking to take an entry from this gap. Just let me show you this. You're thinking to take a buy from this gap. No, it's not valid. It's not valid, but it is going to work. I don't care. It's not valid because the 350 candle can be so wild, and over there your stop loss is not going to work. For example, you put your stop loss here, and 350 candle opened, come here, then come here. It happened. Trust me, man, it happens. You will take the whole loss until here. Whatever stop loss is, you are going to take that huge stop loss. Your stop loss is not going to work over there. Don't believe me? Try it. $340 candle could be a CISD. Okay, it's really too messy. From 1 minute chart, I'm not able to see anything from there. I think it is going for that, for this now. That thing ruined my whole trading, by the way. The 50-minute candle has closed above the new week opening gap low. Still, this is trading that low of that new week opening gap. It's not broken. Something here. Same thing here. Okay. In my opinion, it didn't trade anything. If the candle could close below this new week opening gap low, that 15-minute candle close below this new week opening gap low, I would never think that this market will go higher. I would keep thinking that it will fall because it was a random level. But while this 15-minute candle has closed above the new week opening gap low, it is clear that it is trading that new week opening gap low. Just took the liquidity by the week. It's my time to go. See you from tomorrow. Don't forget the 90% discount ends today, fam. Yeah, today is the last day for Apex 90% discount. Thank you for that, Penguin brother. I'd love to wait until 4 p.m. Okay, then I'll close this stream. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't have any plan to trade here. I just had a plan to explain when I should look for sell. Unfortunately, I'm not able to show you this sell just because of these clean highs. Sometimes it is very rare market leave this type of clean highs. Most of the time, for example, if it was not at the end of the session, I would go for the buy over here, buy that buy side liquidity. All the sell I missed, I don't care. I would love to go for the buy from here if it was not the end of the session. This is that 50 candle. We'll see some volatility by this candle. You should see some volatility. Not that much volatile, but sometimes it is too wild. Let's see if it can take that buy side liquidity. My first intention to see if it can take that buy side liquidity. But to be honest, if it could trade that line, that would be the best case of scenario to me. It didn't do that. Brother, please, I have a question. Trading has exhausted me. I can determine the base and exactly where the market goes, but I only have a problem. What is the best entry model? 22 is the best entry model. 22 entry model is the best entry model. Forget about everything else. Everything else, forget about them. Market has cleared the buy side liquidity here. Okay, I'm just giving a random example. Market has cleared the liquidity. Sorry, the buy side liquidity has been cleared over here. You know that this market is coming here. You should not have any kind of confusion, as you told that you know where the market will go. You know the base, where the market is coming. So you know this market is coming here. Forget about everything else. It has cleared the buy side liquidity. Your next job is to see, do you have any higher time frame PDRA over there? Any kind of higher time frame PDRA. That higher time frame has to be either 15-minute fair value gap, 15-minute order block, 15-minute breaker block, or hourly fair value gap, hourly order block, hourly breaker block. Anything out of these 6. 4-hour gap, I don't care. 2-hour gap, I don't care. Daily gap, I don't care. You have to have some kind of fair value gap from either 15-minute chart or daily chart. The hourly chart. If the 15-minute is messy, you'll go for the the hourly chart. This is that area I'm talking about. You can see here is a 15-minute gap. See this 15-minute gap. You are confident about this sell side liquidity will be taken. You will wait for the market structure shift. This is the market structure shift over here. By that specific candle, you got the market structure shift. There. A clean, the best market structure shift. If you have any confusion about the market structure shift, please watch the video from the study folder, which is called how to avoid losing trade, or how to mark the market structure shift. While you got that market structure shift, immediately you will mark the fair value gap you have over there. Either it will be entry fair value gap or the last fair value gap. As you can see here, I have 2 fair value gap. This is the first fair value gap, which is my entry fair value gap. I called it as an entry fair value gap. This is my breakaway gap. Here, this is the breakaway gap. Don't ever wait to trade the breakaway gap. After getting the market structure shift, if you have the entry fair value gap within 3 candles, if it takes 4 candles to trade this entry fair value gap, that entry is not valid. Within 3 candles, if it trade that fair value gap, take the sell over there. Cover the candle has made the breakaway gap. The candle has made the breakaway gap. Best is to cover the high, which has taken the liquidity. That is the best area to put the stop loss. At least the candle has created the breakaway gap. Put the stop loss over there. Target your liquidity. Never ever go for the extreme liquidity. That was the extreme liquidity for today. There was no other liquidity below this liquidity. This is called the extreme liquidity. It has to be created from 15-minute chart or hourly chart. Never ever hold your trade, not even the runner, for the extreme liquidity. It's a request to you, brother. Go for any other liquidity you can see above the extreme liquidity from 1-minute chart. If you have any liquidity which has to be relatively equal lows, as you are framing the sell setup, so it has to be relatively equal lows. If there is any kind of relatively equal lows over there, target that liquidity. Now, for the sake of this conversation, maybe just this, I'm saying this is the relatively equal lows. Just for the sake of this conversation, I'm saying this is the relatively equal lows. Target that relatively equal lows by taking the entry over there. Make sure you have taken a partial in between 15 to 25 handle. 15 to 25 handle. Anywhere you feel good. Take the partial. For example, maybe you took the partial around 15 handle. Randomly take the partial. Put your stop loss to the break even, or if you think that you are there is something that should be traded next, then cover that. For example, here you covered the order block or anything just covered over there, and then hold the trade until your liquidity from 1 minute chart. Never ever, it is a request whoever is listening to me, never ever hold not even the runner for the extreme liquidity. It will blow your mind, because sometimes you will see that your target is here, market came just very near, then started to go higher, and you got stopped out. You knew that it is going to be taken, it didn't taken, so you will try to take entry here. It is called chasing price, and then you will take a loss. You will try to chase the again, you will take a loss. You will keep doing that. Something here, look, this is that relatively equal loss from 15-minute chart. Look what happened over there. Market came very near to that liquidity, very near, and then started to go higher. Every single time you will get an opportunity here, any kind of selling opportunity, you will thinking that this is going to be taken, and you will try to frame the sell, it will go higher. Try to frame the sell, it will go higher. Try to frame the sell, it will go higher. So that is my request. Never ever hold the trade for the extreme liquidity. If you are not, if you know the bias, if you know the base, if you know everything, but you are not profitable yet, just go for 22 YT model. Always go for that. This is the base. I learned this concept depending on that 22 YT model. Everything I'm saying here, everything depending on that 22 YT model. Best entry model is the model you can understand and feel more comfortable, bro. Many forms to trade with ICT. Every trader has to attach the trade to 1 or 2 models. The best we feel confidence. Yeah, that is also a reply. As he asked me about the model, I told him the easiest model, which is 22 YT model for me. And I feel that if I know 22 YT model, I know this market. I know this market. It has cleared the sell side liquidity here. Is there any market structure shift? No, there is no market structure shift. This is the market structure shift. It's not valid. It's not valid. Please watch the market structure shift video. So it has cleared the sell side liquidity. Maybe it has traded a higher time frame period. But just for the sake of this conversation, it has traded some kind of higher time frame period. There is no market structure shift. This entry is not valid from this parallel gap or any of this parallel gap, because you don't have the market structure shift over there depending on 22 YT model. No, let me show everything from today. What was my thinking? That this market will go first, maybe start from here. Okay, what happened around this area? This is that fall which came here, cleared all of this liquidity. Look from there. Okay, this is that fall I'm talking about. This is that low on my right hand side. This is that low. Here, this is that low. It has cleared all the sell side liquidity, right? You're thinking that this market will go higher, just for the sake of this conversation, and you have got that market has taken the sell side liquidity over there. Market has taken the sell side. Your first job, did it trade in higher time frame period? Then finally you have seen that, wow, beautifully it has traded a 15-minute bullish fair value gap. See, this low has tapped to this 15-minute bullish fair value gap over there. Here, I'm sorry, brother, but can I continue or should I stop? If you understand, then I will stop. If you don't understand, then I will give you some example so that you can understand this. Yes, I had to listen to what you said and apply it, and I did. But the problem is that I always try to complicate things. No, that is called analysis paralysis. Don't do that. If you tell me to continue this, I will continue this. Otherwise, I will close it, because it's already around 4 p.m. It's been a long. I don't use the 22 YT model. Okay, it's been a long. I don't use the 22 YT model. You can see that I never talk about market structure shift, fair value gap entry, nothing. I'm using something very little advanced. Now, if you like it, I have no problem. If you don't like it, just let it go. Okay, bro, keep going. Yes, continue, brother. Okay, just let me finish this, then I'll close the stream. As you can see, it has cleared the sell side liquidity, and you know that this market is going for that buy side liquidity from 15-minute chart. Okay, so from 15-minute chart, just for the sake of this conversation, you know, this is called obvious liquidity. I've already taught you about the obvious liquidity. The high has been taken over here from 15-minute chart with a shallow run. If you ever see this, put the stop loss above the high, which has taken that high by a shallow run. So this is that liquidity. You saw that this market has cleared the sell side liquidity. Now all you need a market structure shift. Here, where is your market structure shift? This is your market structure shift, and you are going to take the buy from this gap. No, it's not a valid market structure shift. Why? This high, even though it has been shifted over here, this high is not valid as an perfect swing high for shifting market structure. I don't believe in this high. It's not my market structure shift. So this is not the area where I will take the buy over here from this gap. No, I'm not going to do that. So this gap is not my area to take the buy. Then I have got another run that has given me the real market structure shift, which is from here. This is the perfect market structure shift ever. It can't be more beautiful than this market structure shift. Immediately I'll look for the first fair value gap and the last fair value gap. I have to have two fair value gap. If there is one fair value gap, that is the one fair value gap entry. You don't need to worry about the breakaway gap in that type of situation. If you have two fair value gap, which you can see over here, this is the first fair value gap, which is, in my opinion, I called it entry fair value gap. And this is the breakaway gap. This gap can be traded here, or maybe it is not traded at all. I don't care about that. All of these candles I'm going to ignore. So this market is here and this candle. In between all of this candle is not important to me. So this gap is not traded at all. I would love to look for the three candle while it has been made as an entry fair value gap. 1, 2, 3. 925 candle tap to this gap. I would love to take that buy. Here, I would love to take that buy from there. Stop loss has to cover. The candle has built that breakaway gap. It has to cover that candle. Best is to put the stop loss below this low. If you see that your stop loss is enough according to your entry or your leverage size, if you can put it below this low, which has cleared the sell side liquidity, that is the best. But at least it has to be one tick below that candle, two tick actually, not one tick, two tick below that candle, which has made that breakaway gap. Immediate reaction, go for the trade. Now here you don't have any kind of extreme liquidity as you are trying to trade here from here, and you can see that even if you go for the extreme one, it is going to be your, like, what to say, kind of 1:1, something like that, right? So in this type of situation, always try to take some partial 2 to 3 handle below the buy side liquidity. At least 2 to 3 handle below this buy side liquidity, as it is the extreme liquidity. There is no other liquidity above this high. Nothing over there. Try to take the partial between 2 to 3 handle below the liquidity, because most of the time market go very near 1 to 2 handle or 3 handle below that liquidity, then reverse. Take the partial, put your stop loss to the break even, hold your trade as long as you want. I mean, if you have anything over there, then hold it and then close the trade as per the situation. Then this market went higher. Maybe you knew that this market is now coming for this sell side liquidity. That is the sell side liquidity. This market is coming for that sell side liquidity. By anyhow, you know that. You saw that this market has came here, cleared all of this buy side liquidity, traded the 15-minute fair value gap over here as I have the all-time high. So what is that? Will you save this video on your channel? I want to rewatch it, please. I don't delete anything. It will be here, brother. Just remember, this is the PM session or something like that. Just remember the video. That's all. So liquidity should be taken to even consider MSS. So liquidity should be taken to even consider MSS. The first job is liquidity taken. If the market doesn't take the liquidity, no trade is valid over there. If the market doesn't take the liquidity, there is no trade that is valid to be taken. More comfortable because it makes with the body candle, could be a TBS. I look for this movement for months because I like some TBS to secure my entries. For the market structure shift, for me, if it's shifted by the body, I have no problem. If it is shifted by wick, I have no problem. I saw this like that way, but as Baragan said that if it shifted by body, it is low probability. You can watch it. Okay, I didn't observe that. You can observe it. I'm just saying what I have observed. but of course you can do it. So let me continue this. As you can see here, this market came here, cleared all of this liquidity, right? This liquidity has been cleared. So think like that way. It has cleared the liquidity over there. Over here, all of this liquidity has been cleared over there. And then you are thinking that this market is going to fall. Here, anything, you don't look for anything over here. Now you are missing all of this run, you have to miss all of this run. This is your market structure shift. Never look for this type of market structure shift. For example, you took this as your market structure shift. How many fair value gap do you have? 1, 2, 3. I think you have 3 fair value gap. If there is more than 2 fair value gap, that entry is not valid to me. I'm not interested to take that entry by any chance, by any means. I don't want to take that entry. This market fall. Either way, this is very weird market structure shift. Please don't look for this type of 100 handle run above, then market strength. Please don't look those type of things. Then this market came here. This is your market structure. You are thinking that this market will fall, right? This is your market structure shift. No, please watch that video to understand the market structure shift. It's not your market structure shift. You will say, this is my market structure shift, brother. This is the fair value gap over here. This is the first fair value gap according to your rules. This is the first fair value gap. And this is the breakaway gap over here. I have just 2 fair value gap over here. I am going to take the sell from this fair value gap because it is an immediate reaction, and going to cover that candle has built the breakaway gap. Okay, and I'm going to target some sell side liquidity from 1 minute chart. I had some sell side liquidity. I don't remember where is it. For the sake of this conversation, just mark this low as the sell side liquidity. So I'm not going to hold the trade for extreme liquidity, which is over here. Instead, I'm going to hold it until here, around here, by taking some partial. Okay, and it has worked 100% perfectly. This worked 100% perfectly. No, it's not valid. First of all, this is not the market structure shift. This is not the market structure shift. Even though people get confused because they don't focus on the price action. They just see that, oh, it has fallen, it has worked perfectly, so this is the market structure shift. No sir, this is not the market structure shift. Even though it has cleared the some buy side liquidity here, this swing high has been taken over there, then shifted the market. It's not the market structure shift. It's not the valid market structure shift. This entry is not valid. Even if it has worked perfectly, I don't care. This entry is not valid. Market fall, went higher, didn't clear any liquidity, then fall again, then went higher here, came there. While this market came here around this area, now it's time to look for something over there. If I have something over there from your higher time frame, you can see here, it has cleared the liquidity over there around this area. All of this run, everything is not valid. This low has been shifted over here, not a valid market structure shift. Look how it has been shifted, not a clean run. I don't like this type of things as my market structure. By the way, this low is not, I mean, some kind of low. After taking the liquidity, it didn't make that low, right? Market didn't take that liquidity, like something here, swing low, take the liquidity, then shifted, something like that. This not valid. Swing low, take the liquidity, market structure shift. Did it happen? No, it didn't happen like that way. So it's not valid. Look over here, this low, over here, that low, okay, has traded this gap. Sorry. This swing low has traded this fair value gap. It's a valid swing low for me to shifting market structure. Swing low, take the liquidity, market structure shift. What a nice market structure shift. Going to mark this as my market structure shift over here. For the first time today, after 9:30, I got my market structure shift where market made a swing low, then take the liquidity. Swing low, that is I'm going to use for my shifting market structure. After making that swing low, market has cleared the buy side liquidity. Remember this. After creating the swing low, that is I'm going to use for shifting the market structure, market has cleared the liquidity, then fall dramatically. Now it's my time to look for the entry fair value gap and the breakaway gap. This is the entry fair. How do you know that while you will take the entry, the market will run too fast? This is the way to learn this. This is the last fair value gap or the breakaway gap. Okay, this is the breakaway gap. Did it trade any higher time frame PDRA, any kind of order block, fair value gap, breaker block, anything? Okay, you will check that because it has traded something here. I would love to use the inversion fair value gap around this area by where this was actually shifting this last fair value gap or whatever it is. You can observe all of these things from the hourly chart. You will get something over there. Got the market structure shift, trade the high time frame PDRA. Now need to see, can it trade this gap, entry gap, not the breakaway gap, entry gap within 3 candle. One, this is that one candle. After making this gap, this candle has created this gap. This candle, okay, it has created this gap. 1, 2. The very next candle, it has traded. I would love to take the sell from there because I know this market is going to fall. Where should be my stop loss? Above the high, which has cleared the liquidity. If I'm not able to do that, at least above the candle which has made the breakaway gap. This candle has made the breakaway gap. So it's at least above that candle, 1 or 2 tick above that candle. Target the next sell side liquidity level. Wherever is your liquidity level is, I don't care. Make sure that you have taken some partial in between 15 to 25 handle. In between anywhere over there, because if you are trading prop firm, you will see that 15 handle, 20 handle is more than enough for being profitable. It's more than enough. I know that this is so boring lecture. I am going to finish it. Okay, I'm just coming here with fast way. Okay, as I told in the morning, bullish until take some self stop loss, and then bearish. I was waiting to recap from new day opening gap, but just continue fall. Oh, okay, that's cool, man. I mean, that is good, brother. Bro, do you consider 3:37 p.m. candle as MMS? MSS 3:37. Let me check. 3:37. 3:37. This one. This is not even a swing high. This candle is not even a swing high. Man, you have to study the folder. I have made a lot of video. Still, I mean, now these times I stopped to making the video, but I have made all of this confusion. All of these things will be cleared. Go to the playlist. Mentorship. Sorry, just let me go to the full. What is that mentorship here? I didn't complete it because I didn't get enough views, so I got. Which one is that? Episode 1. Just watch any of this video where I have explained the market and swing low actually. Let me check which one. I don't think so. That is the video. Okay, here. ICT complete course for beginners episode 2. Okay, this is that episode 2. Please watch that episode 2 to understand the swing high and swing low. In that video, how many times? I think 17 minutes. It's a 17-minute video where I have elaborately explained how to mark the swing high, swing low. Please watch that one from the mentorship. I think this is the name of the mentorship, the playlist. From the mentorship list, watch the second episode 2 video. I explained the swing high and swing low over there. Okay, brother? So what I was talking here, okay, here, that could be your 22 YT model. Look for this type of model, you will be very happy. You can see here what happened around the lunch hour. I'm not interested to trade over there, right? Around the lunch hour, I'm not interested to trade. If you are with me in the what to say, in the Discord, where I talked about a sell from this gap. From this gap, I talked about a sell. Look what market has done. Cleared that buy side liquidity. It has cleared the buy side liquidity after making the swing low, whatever swing low you can see. Then market structure shift, entry fair value gap, breakaway gap. I was talking about the sell from this gap, not from here. This gap, by covering that gap from here to until the next logical level, you will go for that. After clearing the buy side liquidity, market structure shift, fall. Again here, it came here, same thing. Cleared the liquidity, market structure shift here. After making the swing low, take the liquidity, shifted the market, entry gap, breakaway gap. Go for the sell from there until where you think this market will go. Okay, something like that. Use this 22 YT model by that logic I have told here. I promise you, brother, your trading will be changed. Everything will be changed. Okay. Thank you so much, brother, for being over here. I will see you tomorrow. Okay? I'm really so tired. If you have any question, ask me tomorrow. Okay, I have to go. Yeah, I have to go as well, but I can. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you so much, guys. Okay, see you again. Bye bye.